Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So if you've seen my haul, I was so kindly sent this new book, which is Rose and Her Friends 2. Obviously there is a number 1 out. This is by Evelyne Vancoetsem. I will have slaughtered that. It is an Amazon print book, and I fell in love with it. You'd know from my haul. So I just had to. I couldn't get it out of my head. So it had to be our next colour along. So I have chosen a page and I have photocopied the example. And it is, well, you'll know from the thumbnail anyway, but it's the beautiful Batgirl. So I have photocopied her so I can put her next to me when I'm doing this colour along with you. I have chosen to work with the glorious, most fantastical Arrtx pencils, and keeping in line with our budget range, and they are like one of my favourites. Now what I've done here is I've just got a bit of thick acetate behind, just so it doesn't imprint. Oh darn it. Just so it doesn't imprint on the page behind, because as you know, Amazon paper is quite thin, although this is quite good quality. Anyway, I mean the good quality Amazon paper, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to get out my skin colours and we're going to try and recreate her this side. So the first thing I've got is, I will put the colours up on the screen as usual. I've got light peach, so let's come in and we'll focus on her beautiful little face. I have no more holiday nails, unfortunately. I will get them done again. Yeah, so let's go in. So I'm gonna start by putting a light coat of colour on her skin. So this is light peach, and we're going to take our time and fill that in. So I did do a practice. I'll show you, shall I? Just really quickly. There was a little picture of it at the front. So this is what I'm hoping she'll turn out like. It's not too far off. It needs a bit more work on the skin, but obviously I didn't go into too much work with it because it was just to see if I could do it before I tried to bring it to you. And you know, I wanted it to be right if I was going to bring it as a colour with me. I just adore this book. Now, what I'd love to see is an artist quality version. I know I could photocopy it, I've got the paper, but you guys might not have. So let's just do it with what we've got. I know people moan about Amazon print paper, or Amazon paper rather, and it can be a pain, but it works. You know, you're restricted obviously with what mediums you can use. You can't go in with a load of water, it would just crinkle. But I don't mind. You know, it is what it is. So, like we've been saying in some of our other videos, we're very blessed with some of our, well, we've got very blessed with our artist quality pencils, but equally blessed with our budget range. So I will put this on I've created a wish list of colour with me with budget pencils. So I will put this in the usual colour with me playlist, but I will also put it in the budget colour with me playlist. You have to bear with me, folks. So I'm just doing a light coat. She's not smooth at the moment, but you need to be careful because this paper won't, you know, if you press too hard right from the offset, we're not going to get all that colour in that we want. And we don't just want light peach. We want other colours in there too. So fill up this bit. The only thing I just wish it had that beautiful background. I just love that background that she's been put on, that sort of, I don't know, I was going to say gothic-y, but I don't think it is gothic-y, is it? That wallpaper. What do you think? Just goes so well, doesn't it? Just love it. Anyway, it is what it is, folks. And I suppose I could always cut it out and put it round, but... Okay, so we've done light peach. I'm now going to go in with peach, and we're going to start putting it in some darker areas. So I'm going around this, the dark grayscale on her eye. I'm going to bring that up. I'm just going to follow the picture as best I can, and then you can follow me, and hopefully we'll end up with something we're really pleased with. Do around a little nose here. So at the time of filming this, there is 3 weeks of school left, then an entire 6 weeks of colouring goodness. So we, because I went away, obviously went to Cyprus for my son's wedding, which was just magical. It was like a fairy tale, and I spent most of my time crying. But it was beautiful. It was so worth it. So because we did that with my youngest son, that was my youngest son that got married, we are taking my eldest son, who is raising his son on his own, we are taking him to down to our little caravan. And my grandson's so excited. He'll be 6 while we're away on holiday. But the rest of the time, the rest of the school holidays, I just hope to sort of relax, recoup, and lots of colouring. So look out and watch out for a flurry of Lucy videos. I hope you're ready for that. And that I won't annoy you with, you'll be like, oh God, it's Lucy again. I would like to go back to being able to post every 3 days. I used to post religiously every 3 days, but with work and my health, I really struggle. And but I'd like to get back to doing that for you guys. I enjoy it so much. And I think it's, as much as the colouring, I think it's the love and support that I get from everybody on YouTube. You get the old narky comment, but I just delete those. I don't even give them the time of day anymore. Just like, right, yeah, you've tried to have your say, well, good luck with that, moved on. And it just gets deleted. But the support that I have, the support and love that I get from you guys, that's, I think what keeps me going, really. And I've had to sort of step back sadly, from my colouring because I just couldn't keep up with everything. So what I've decided that at the moment, just for the time being, what I've decided that I'm doing is, as I colour a page, I'll film it. So, what am I trying to say? Yeah, so I can keep my YouTube content up, and when I colour, I can share it with everyone. I hope that's okay. So I'm hoping, like I say, to be able to go back to what was that? Was peach, sorry. Go back to colouring. I'll start again. It's because I'm concentrating on the pencils. Go back to producing 3 videos a week. That would be nice. So I will just spilt my drink all over my page. So I will hope to start that during the summer holidays. So sorry, this is, I know the colours are on the screen, but this is eggshell pink. So I'm now going in and I'm going to put in where she's got more orangey tones on her face. And then I just sort of softly blend that out. We haven't got too many other colours. I think there's one more colour, but this will just bring out that. Put a little bit on her lips. Don't like that. I'm just going to erase that bit. Way too heavy-handed there. So this is going to be my undertone for the where I want the brighter pink bits to go, and it kind of gives her a little bit more of a peachy glow. And she might look a bit rough at the moment, but we'll smooth her out. Put that around her hairline. And come back round this chin and round her body here, because this changes that tone up. There we are. This is going to be obviously going to be the longest part of the process, is getting the skin done. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with no, we're not. We're going to use pink, and we're going to get those. I'm going to get those cheeks nice and rosy. Then we'll go back in with our peaches. Okay. Like I said, the Amazon paper will only take so much layering, so I'm trying to do this quite lightly. So that I can keep going back over with the colours that I want. So I'm going to put some pink in there and some pink in here. Yeah, so it's been a pretty full-on time. It's taken me a long time, just even like things like that you don't think about. You know, when you come back, going back to light peach, when you come back off of holiday and then going straight into work, getting your washing done. And when you struggle with illness like I do, or a condition, should I say, rather than illness, everything is a struggle. So to come back and have, you know, a week's worth of washing, I took so many clothes because, you know, you could be casual round the pool to posh at the hotel, and so I took so many clothes and I wore literally all of them. So just even trying to catch up with your washing when I came back from Cyprus was hard work for me. She's coming alive, isn't she? Here she comes. Good old Arrtx. These are amazing pencils. And we'll just lightly fill in those areas. So we're getting to the Amazon paper's getting to the point that it's saying no thank you. So I'm just making sure that I'm smoothing her skin out as much as I can before it says no thanks. Okay, so this is just our light peach again. I'm just using that to, I might want a bit of the actual peach back in there. Just round a little nose. And here. There we go. So it's just peach, just going back over that pink. There we are. We can put a little bit of that back around there. Let it fade out. Okay, then back to our light peach. There we go. She's coming alive, isn't she? I think we'll go back in with a little bit more pink. Just a little bit more pink around her eyes. Take that, the dark grayscale out of it. Now, you could use alcohol markers, but I wanted to continue our budget series. and show you the wonders of the Arrtx pencils. So this is Peach. Just going back in there. I just want to make sure that we covered this grayscale. Now we're going to go in with the eggshell pink. A little bit around that rim of that eye there, look. And we'll do the same here. Like I say, before the paper says, I'm not having it anymore. I'm done. There we go. All right. She's cute. Very cute. Now, I can carry on working on her and smoothing her off on camera, but there she is. Let's do her eyes. So, I have got 4 colours, actually. So, I'm going to go in with light yellow. And in the highlight bit, I'm going in with this light yellow. It's very bright, but bear with me. There we go. I want to make sure that's bright. Okay. Then we're going in with our greens. So I've got pear green here. And I'm going to go over the whole thing. And then just lightly over that light yellow. Pear green. Like this. And then, because if you look in the picture, there's sort of an ambery colour. I'm going to take a little bit of yellowed orange. And I'm going to put that in. And then we're going to get this sort of amber green tone. Okay. And then we're going to take the dark teal and we're going to put that in. Just be careful with it because it's very dark. We're going to put that in. We can refill that pupil if we need to. There we go. So just a little bit. Excuse me. Just a little bit of this dark teal. Bring that pupil alive. I've gone into the white of her eye there. There we go. And we can bring it around the base as well. There we are. What do you think? I don't like that. Can I smooth that out with a little bit of yellow? I've got too much of a stark line there. And I don't like it. Okay. Try not to mess too much. And then I will go back in with black to redo her pupils, but I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to... Right. Now, I'm using Arrtx black. I'm not using another popular brand. I really like the Arrtx black. I think it works really well. So I'm going back in round there. Giving her back her pupil. It's a very nice, dark, opaque black, as you can see. There we go. Are they even? There. Alrighty. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to go and make myself a hot drink because I can feel my throat coming on. I'm going to start coughing and spluttering everywhere. We'll come back and we'll do our hair together. See you in a sec. Okay, folks, hot drink done. And I've smoothed her skin out a little bit. One thing we did forget, or I forgot, was her lips. So I'm going to go in with the pink. And we're going to put that in. And any other, like, highlights for her lips, which we will do, I will use a gel pen. So I'm just going over with pink because we'd already lightly gone over, hadn't we, with skin colour. And then what I'm going to do is take that peach and go in with that too. I'm pressing quite hard. There we go. I'm going to go in a bit more pink. There we go. I think she looks beautiful. What a little cutie toot. Not quite the same as the original picture, but I think we all tackle skin a bit differently, don't we? So I don't know if I can put them side by side. She's got a lot more pink in her complexion, but I quite like mine. So anyway, let's have a look at this hair, shall we? So I've got 4 colours here, and we are going to, should we start with the fringe bit here, because that might be quite challenging. So let's do yellowed orange. This is going to be our highlight colour, so please don't panic, because she's got very red hair. So this is going to be the highlight colour. So I'm putting that in. I'm using light pressure again, because we need to get layers in to get this colour right. Then we'll address the plaits in a minute. Okay, so I've got yellowed orange. That's going to be my highlight colour. Then next I'm going in with just orange, and I'm going to put some of that colour in. And I'm going to put that in where the dark bits are. And kind of just bring it out in little strokes. And we're going to build this up so it ends up looking red. And now I've got poppy red. And I'm going back over that orange. And I'm going to pull that red out. Okay. And then the last colour I've got is Crimson Lake. And what I'm going to do is really make the definitions of that hair stand out. So we want to keep those hair strands and keep the shape of those. Otherwise, we're just going to be an orange blob. So there we go. Now we're going to go back in with our yellowed orange and we're going to build it up. So I'm just using strokes, just so I don't overdo the paper before I've finished. And then I want that poppy red, more of that poppy red. And this way we can put colour in without it just being flat. Be careful around that little leggy there. I can still get that nice red tone. Okay, and then back in with our Crimson Lake, I think we said. Yeah, Crimson Lake. We're getting there now. Does take a bit of patience, folks, hair. And then we can go back in with our red, poppy red. Then our, what colour was that? Orange. And then our yellowed orange. There we go. Now, hers is looking redder, but this is a photocopy, so let's have a look at the original, which is over here. I might need to put some more red in. What do you think? It looks pretty close. We'll see. I don't want to faff about with it too much, because you end up, I end up faffing and spoiling. Put a little bit more of that poppy red in. There we go. But it's up to you, you know. Okay, let's do these plaits. So exactly the same fashion. We're going to use the yellowed orange lightly so we don't fill up the tooth of the paper too quickly. Let's do a couple of these. Okay, like that. And then we're going to work our way up. So then we're going to use, I'm going to sharpen this because our spaces are getting smaller. So we're going to use orange, and we're going to start bringing that orange in where the dark patches are, like we did before. And I'm just using a flicking motion, so we can bring it in without overwhelming it at the beginning. Then I'm going to do the same with our poppy red in a minute. Poppy red. You just have to be a little bit more cautious on these smaller bits of her plait. Then we're going to go in with our yellowed orange again. Fill that up. And then let's take the Tuscan red and make sure that we keep those definitions in of the plaits. That's really important. Otherwise, it's like I say, it's just going to look like a flat blob. So we need to make sure each bit is well defined. That's what I'm trying to. There's a good word for Lucy at this time of night. And then poppy red. Flick that in. Okay, let's do the next one. So, orange. Now with the orange against her face, I'm hoping that'll make it look pinker. But I like my version. I know the artist version is she's a lot more rosy and more sort of orangey skin tone, but I like my version. And it's all very well and good copying artists, but you've got to have your own little flair on it, haven't you? There we go. Just working back through the colours again. So getting that Tuscan red in, and that's really important that we get that deep colour in between these plaits, look. Really important. Otherwise it's not going to look like a plait. Or a braid, I think is the other word for it, isn't it? There we go. Alright, we're going back in. I'm going in with my red, poppy red. Let's really brighten that up. And cover any of that grayscale so that we look like amazingly fantastic artists. Oh, if only I could draw like this. I would love it. Okay, let's do one more together then. So we've done our yellowed orange. We're now going in with orange. I think you're going to get the picture. Bring that out. There we go. Then we go in with our poppy red. Sprinkle that in. Leave some space for our highlights so she looks like she's got shiny hair. And then let's get that Tuscan red in. Nice. No, crimson. Sorry, I do apologise. Crimson. However, the colours are on the screen. It's taken me ages to get used to that. The fact that I can put colours on the screen and I don't really have to keep saying what colours I'm using because you've got them there. But if when I was learning to colour, colours on the screen's one thing, but if you're not being told which one's being used, it can I don't know, it can be hard to follow. So I still like to tell you what I'm doing. Just deepening those up. we go. Now, it's going to take some time, folks. Plats take forever. Gosh, I hope I was close enough in. I tell you what, I'm going to come in closer just so you can see. I don't know that my camera was close enough then. So let's just do another couple together. So I'm going to take my yellowed orange and just lightly put that in. Let's do these two. I'm sorry about that, folks. I hope you could see. But this is a preventative measure. Let's just hope that you could. And we're just doing a couple extra together. So then our orange. I'll just kind of put streaks in, really. Can you see now? I hope so. Okay. Then we're going with our red, poppy red. Flick that in. It's going to get a little bit more fiddly as we get towards the bottom because there's less space. Okay, then our crimson red. We're going to make sure that that's definitely highlighted in there. Or not highlighted, but... Oh, I don't know. I'll shut up. It's much easier. Defined. That's the word I used earlier. So let's just go back in with our yellowed orange now. Just fill in any of those gaps. And that will help to blend and smush it all. And if you notice that I'm colouring in the direction that the plat's going in. So this one's going this way, that one's going that way, this one's going this way. So you keep your pencil strokes in that direction. There we go. I think we need a little bit more red. What do you think, folks? I don't think that's half bad. What do you think? Let's do the original because I think my ink's running out on my printer. But if we go side by side and we come out a bit, what do you think? She's not as red, but I like her. It's still striking, isn't it? So we've still got that delicious redness. Okay. So I'm just going to do... Yeah, I'm going to have to do that off camera because that is going to take me forever. So I will do the rest of her hair. Should we do a bit of fringe before I go? I don't think we need to, but I just want to make sure. So, like, if we just do this bit, I just want to make sure that you know how to do it or how I'm doing it when I've gone off camera. Okay, so that was yellowed orange. Then we're going to go in with our orange. And I'm going to put, like I did before, I'm just following where the dark is and just putting these flicks in. Okay, then we're going to take our beautiful poppy red. These really are, honestly, folks, if you're thinking about investing in pencils, they are my favourite go-to pencil at the moment. The only thing being is I might have to harass them. Going in with our crimson red, I might have to harass them for open stock. I think they would be an extremely popular pencil if they should start doing open stock. So I might have to harass them and say, oi, get us open stock pencils, please. Because they would be, you know, well, they are my favourite. I love working with them, but that would just be the ultimate, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it just be incredible if we could get them open stock? However, having worked with all the other budget pencils that we've been playing with, the Faber-Castell Black Edition pencils are a close runner. They're very nice to work with. So I'm just going back through all those colours, those 4 colours, in the same order as we did, and then just making sure that we keep those definitions in. And then I will end it all off with more poppy red, just to make sure it's red enough. And then we'll just go back over with our yellowed orange in the direction of the hair. That's really important. And just stroke that in. Blend it all. I think she still needs more red. I think that's about right, isn't it? Could do with a bit more of the crimson at the top here, coming off our little bat sitting on her. All right, folks. There we go. I hope you managed to see it close enough. So I will go off and attempt the mammoth task that is going to be our hair. It's going to take me forever. And then we'll come back and I think we'll continue working on her and do our little bat guy later. All right, folks. See you in a sec. Oops. Sorry. Came free from the tripod. Right, so I finished the hair finally. We need to do her eyebrows. So if I just bring you in so you can see them. And we're going to use the Crimson Lake and the Poppy Red. So I'm going to take the Crimson Lake and I've sharpened it because we've got some little delicate strokes that we need to put in. So I'm going to put these strokes at the base, just following the artwork, nothing fancy. Turn my pencil, make sure I keep the point. Let's do the same this side. So we just get that beautiful Crimson Lake in there. Have I got it right this time? Yes. Just bring that round. There we go. And then we're going to take a nice sharp poppy red. And we'll mix that in. Just move it. You won't be able to hear because I will use my new software that will help clean up the audio on the video. But oh my god, there was a motorbike that's just gone past. It's so flaming loud. What is wrong with these people? Okay. Don't they know I'm filming for you? Selfish. All right. I think we've got some little red eyebrows going on. Now, I think I might put a little bit of the Crimson Lake round her lips. Just in this darkest area. I just want to take away some more of that grey. And then we're going to use a tiny bit of this poppy red in the darkest areas. Really sort of help us to define those lips better. Okay, then we're going to go back in with pink. I'll use a white gel pen to put the highlights back in. I think that's better. There we go. Proper pink lips. Okay, what's next? Well, while we've got those colours out, save me on the edit. Let's have a look at her jewellery. So down here, she's got a red ruby necklace. Very expensive looking necklace. So we're going to take the poppy red and we're going to cover the entire of the inside of that gem. And then we're going to take the Crimson Lake and bring that down. on that dark area. We'll go back in and we're going to rely on the gel pen to make this look better. Okay, so down the side here, we're going to go in with our poppy red. Let's just cover that up. And then we're going to put our dark spots in. So let's bring out that facet in the centre. Okay, there we go. A little bit more of this in, which is the poppy red. Okay, I just want to make sure I've got it all covered, and then we'll go in with the white gel pen. So if I take a, well, I would if I knew where it was. Let's say my white jelly roll, which is normally in my pot. There it is. Oh, could you see that? Oh no, if not, I will do the gem on the bat. I'm so sorry if you couldn't. It's just those two colours. Now I'm going to take my jelly roll. I'm not with it at all. I do apologise if you're finding it frustrating today. So I'm just following the image and putting in the highlights. Just get it rerunning. Just use the edge of my thumb and it kind of gets it re-rolling. We have a little bit around here. And then in that centre, just smudge that. There we are. Okay, so let's do the back one and make sure. I don't know if, oh, I can't. We've got the back to come back to and have a look at. I do apologise if that was off camera. I hope it wasn't, and I hope I just moved it while I was looking for my pen. Right, I've also got a Jelly Roll Moonlight, which is like this sort of putty beige looking colour. We're going to put her freckles back in. I love my jelly rolls. They're so good for so many things. So I'm just going to give her some freckles and then we'll let that dry. And these ones are nice and fine, so you can get that detail in like that. And I'm going to go really delicately over her eyelashes. Put those in. Really carefully. There we go. I'm just going to do the top ones for now. And I'll think about doing the bottom lash, but because I'm so shaky, I could actually just ruin the picture. So I think she needs a little one there. There we go. So she's got freckles and eyelashes. Okay. Now we need to look at this part of her clothing here. So I'm going to use two very simple colours. I'm going to take black and I'm going to take indigo blue. And we're going to go round her body here. I really do like the Arrtx black. It's really nice and deep. Okay, so I'm just outlining it for a minute, just so I get that nice crisp line. Okay, and then we're going to start to fill that in. Not all of it. I mean, you could use an alcohol marker here, but like I said, I wanted to stick with my pencils. So I'm going to start to fill this in. Not all the way. I'm going to come up to that back. We're going to start letting it go, lessen off the pressure. and start letting it sort of grey out, if you know what I mean when I say that. So if we lessen off the pressure, it will become less intense black, more of a grey tone, because what I want is to get that blue in there. So I'm going round her hair, bring this black out a bit more intense here, and then that way I can go in with the blue round the bat, and hopefully he will show up. Okay, so I'm now taking indigo blue, and we're going to fill this gap in. We will go back over, don't worry, it's not just going to be left looking like a hot mess. We will blend it all together. Round our little bat fella. Okay, keep going. Alright, so I'm going back with my black, and we're going to fill this space in. And we'll start to go into that blue until we get a really nice blend. So we want the depth of black around the edge, and then the sort of fade into that indigo blue. So I'm just going to go over that indigo blue really lightly, so we get it even deeper. And then back in with the indigo blue. And the idea is we get the look of a black cape, but if you look closely at black in certain lights, you get that kind of blue show through, don't you? Be careful around our little bat fella. Okay. There we go. Brush it off. And then you can just keep going over until you fill in any of the gaps and it looks nice and smooth. Go back to our black. Sharpen up that edge. I think that looks really cool. I think that looks really good. So we get black with that little bit of light hitting it. So all of the inside of her cape is going to be done like that. Then, right, what have we got now? A little bat fellow. Should we jump up to bat fellow, or shall I go off and do the... Let me go off and do the cape. Let's keep it consistent. I'll go off and do the cape. Or the collar, sorry. And then we'll come back and we'll do these pieces together. All right, see you in a second, folks. Okay, so I've finished the black-blue collar. And we need to look at the frill round here and the little bead that holds her hair together, which is the greens we used. So that's nice and easy. So we're just going to use two colours, which is dark teal and pear green. So if we come in and look at these, because they are tiny details, let's come in and have a look. So I'm going to colour this pear green, both of them. Might as well do them together. And then I'm just going in with the dark teal, just on the edges, a bit underneath. Let's give it a bit more of a rounder look. Can you see? Yeah. There we go. A little bead done. We'll sort those. Oh, bats are going to be a headache, aren't they? Because we've got to try and make them show up around that black. Well, I'll figure something out. Anyway, okay. So let's have a look at this. The frills round here. So I am going to take 20% cool grey. I'm going to take pastel blue and cornflower blue. Here we go. Let's focus on that bit. Maybe a little bit of white. Let's see how we go. Okay, so this is what we're trying to recreate, this frill round here. So I'm going to take the 20% cool grey and we're going to put some more shading in. So, okay, give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that. My husband was calling me. Yeah, so where were we? We were taking the 20% cool grey and just putting some more shadow in here. So we're just going to emphasise those little creases. Just really, there's already shadow there, but we're just going to put this tiny bit of 20% grey in, and it does make a difference. Okay, be careful around your black. Now, if you wanted to do this cape afterwards, that would probably be sensible, so that you don't drag in dark colour where you don't want it. Okay, so a little bit of the 20% cool grey. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to go in with our pastel blue. We're going to put a little bit more shading in over that grey in certain areas. Don't overdo it, because this is just supposed to be shadows on a white ruffle. So we don't want a ton of colour on there, really. So just pick up where the grayscale is already and put some of that colour in. And then we're going to take the cornflower blue in a minute, and just to enhance that even further. Okay, let's take cornflower blue, and we're going to put in where we've got darker bits of shadow. So a little bit in here, around this edge, just around that ruffle edge. There. We're going to emphasise these darker bits here, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't go overboard, because all that will do, all we'll achieve by doing that is just it looking really artificial. And just softly blend that into the grey and the pastel blue that we've already put in. Okay, I can go back in with a little bit more of the pastel blue. Just sort of go over that cornflower blue and smush it in. Okay, a little bit up that corner, a bit up there. Let's just take a little bit of white as well, and we'll just emphasise some of those white spots. So if you follow the grayscale, that is really easy. Okay, let's see, do we need any more? We might need a little bit more of the cornflower blue. Using really light pressure. I just want to just deepen up that cornflower blue, just cover up that grey. Okay, I think we leave it at that, folks. I don't want to overdo it. I think that looks really cute. Okay, on to Mr. Bat. Right, I'm going to have to tilt you for a minute. There we go. Okay, we're going to use the 3 cool greys for this. So we have got 20%, 50% and 70. And we're going to use the skin tones. So I want pink, and I want peach, and I want seashell pink. Let's try that. So we're going to pick out the bits on the ears and the tummy first. So I'm going to come in a bit closer. There we go. So at the base, we're going to use the pink, where his ear is darkest. And soften that out, bring it up. Okay. Then we're going to go to our peach. Go over the pink. And bring that peach up. Bring that out. Okay, and then we're going to take that seashell pink. Got the right one? Yeah. We're going to put that in. Just lightly. And then over the whole thing, let's use that light peach. Okay. And then a little bit of white. One little ear roll. Okay, should we do the other one together? Why not? Video's going to be long enough as it is anyway. I'm enjoying myself. Why not? Okay, pink. Soften that off. We're going with a little bit of peach over that pink. Then a little bit of that seashell pink it is. I hope I said seashell pink and not eggshell pink. Okay, then a little bit of white. Let's tone that down a little bit and blend it through. There we go. What a little cutie too. Now we have to do the tummy. So around our gem, let me just make sure you can see. Around our gem, we're going to put the pink in. Okay. I'll bring that down to a kind of a point. All right, then we're going to go in with peach, same as we've done his ears. Backtrack over that pink. We're going to kind of fill this little space in here. I don't know if you can see that, the paler spot. So bring that peach down, bring it up a little bit there. Then we'll go in with our seashell pink. Bear with me, folks. I know it looks pretty rough right now, but it won't when we blend all that grey in. Okay, and then we're going to go over with white and blend that all through. So he's got a little pink belly. Okay, let's go in with our greys then. So around the edge, we're going to have our darkest grey, but let's go in with our palest grey. So 20% first. Let's do that first. Let's fill that in, because this will be our highlight. We can kind of bring that up into that pink. Let's just make sure we've got a nice coat of that. Let's go over that pink. There we go. Right, let's go to the medium grey, which is our 50% cool grey, and we're going to start to put that in. So I'm going to flick that in at the bottom here, like we did her hair. Kind of bring that up into that pink, that little pink belly. Find the darkest spots. Flip that in. So we're going to kind of fill him up, make him look a little bit fluffy. There we are. And then let's go in with our dark one. So we have to be a bit more cautious with this one. So we don't want to overwhelm him. But let's just flick some fluff in our darker spots. Here we are. It's beginning to come. Okay, then we'll go back in with our medium grey, which is our 50%. And we'll just fluff him up. He's cute. There we are. Little fluffy grey body. We could go darker. If you want to put some black in there, you could, but I don't think I'm going to mess too much with it. We'll see. When I've done the rest of him, we might put some darker in, but I quite like him as he is, look. Just a little fuzzy body. Okay, let's do his face. So we're going to go in with, we need our pinks. That's going to be fun for editing. Lucy, well done. Right, little pink bits around his nose. So on the darker bits there. Then we're going to go in with our peach. Go over that, bring that out. Okay, and then our light peach for this bit. There we go. Bit of light peach. There we go. Whoop, no, don't do it. Nearly dropped it on the floor. Okay, right, light grey. Go over that pink. Let's get a little coat of that. And around his ear rolls. Okay, then our medium grey. So let's put in our dark spots. So around his eyes, or her eyes. And that little necklace. Around the edge of the ears, let's bring that out a little bit. Up around there. Okay, and then let's put our dark in. So we want some darker streaks here, darker flicks there. Going to go a bit darker around the eyes. Let's put some just in there, around the ear. A little bit up, coming up from that nose. Around his little lips. Let's just do a nice little line around that necklace. There we go. I'm going to go back in with my medium grey and just flick a bit more of that in. Okay, there we are. Right, we need to do these legs. Now, they're a little bit different. Or should we do the gem? Let's do the gem first. So, I've got poppy red. So I'm going to go in with my poppy red. I'm going to cover the whole thing. And poppy red. Then we're going to take the Crimson Lake and we're going to put that of dark in there. Back in with our poppy red. Darken that up. Okay, I'm going to use a tiny little bit of black. And I'm just going to bring the shape of that gem out. That central facet. There we go, just a little bit of black. Go back over that with our Crimson Lake. And then we'll use the white gel pen again, which is my jelly roll, trusty jelly roll, and we'll pick out the we'll pick out some highlight spots. Try and get that right. Okay, there we go. A little bit of poppy red. I'm just going to go over where I messed up there. There we go. All right, one little gem. Now, the wings, we're going to do the same in the skin part of the wing, if you know what I mean, as we did for her collar. But we need to do the legs. So for this bit, I'm going to take a little bit of yellowed orange for the bat, and where it's darkest, I'm going to put that yellowed orange in. Around the leg. See that darkest bit? Oops, my fault, pressed too hard. Okay, then we're going to go in with peach, if I can find it. Here's peach. So I'm going to go over that orange with peach. We're going to leave a gap and we're going to put, I think, light peach in there, we'll see. Or pink. Maybe the pink. Yeah, let's try. So we use that one and that one. Let's try the seashell pink. Yeah, that's good. Because it's kind of orangey. But I don't want it that bright. So there we go. Okay, now, before we put the black in, we're going to do these bits down here. And these are the same. So we're going in with our yellowed orange. We're going to make sure we get that yellowed orange in there. Then we'll go back over with peach. And then just to change the tone even more, we're going to put that seashell pink over the top. Oops. Oh dear. Mind you, it's going to be black, so it won't matter, but I am just going to erase that. In case you're wondering, this is my Afmat... Oh, blurry. Why is it so blurry? Afmat electric eraser. Awesome eraser. Okay. Now, I think I might just add a little bit of pink to these legs here. See what that's like. There we go. All right, so then just a quick reminder of the wings. So we're going to go in between with a black. So I'm going to fuzz that edge up like that. And then make some nice crisp lines round those, I don't know what they call it, like the bone I suppose it would be, wouldn't it, of the wing? Bit grim, but okay, let's bring that up. Around his little leg. And then we're going to take that indigo blue, fill that up. Let's give that a brush off. Let's go back over with our black. Nice crisp outline. And then we'll fill it in with indigo blue, just the same as we did down below for her collar. There we go. Now that, I think, should be hair, shouldn't it? So let's put some orange in there. There we go, and I think the hair should be. There we go. I'm just filling it in where I hadn't done it. There we are. Okay. So I'm going to go off and do the entire of those wings, avoiding those little... Actually, we're going to go around them in yellowed orange. It'd be easier to do this and then do the black, actually. So yellowed orange, like that. Let's brush that off. And then they're showing a little bit of green, so we'll take pear green and put that in there, drop that in. Okay. Yeah, that'll be much easier, and then we can neaten that up when we go around with black. All right, folks, so I am going to go off and finish the wings and the other side of the collar down there. Let's come out and have a look. Oops. Come on. That'll do. Yeah, so I'm going to do the other side of the collar, finish the wings and that leg, and then we'll just come back and we've got finishing touches like the necklaces to do and the white bits in the eye, little bit of sparkle, and we're done. All right, my lovely friends, see you in a sec. Okay, so I've finished the frill, like I said, and I've done the wings. That took some going to get them that deep. Okay, we need to do some finishing touches. So I'm going to do her eyes first and her lips. Just going to use my white jelly roll again, and I'm just going to enhance. Let me just get it rolling. Always use the side of my thumb. It always seems to work. I'm just going to enhance the white there, and then we're going to add a little one just there next to it. Okay, she's got a little sparkle to her eye. Then we need to do the same on her lips. So I'm going to bring a little bit of white in here. Like that. Not too much. A little bit here. A little bit of a shine. Okay. We need to do the bat's eyes. So I'm going to take my black pencil for this, and I am just going to enhance around the pupil so they're nice and deep. Bring that out a little bit more. And on this side. There we go. We use our jelly roll and we'll just give that a really nice there. And he can have some little, enhance those little eyelashes. There we go. So he's got nice and deep. And then the necklace around the bottom here, we're going to do some pencil work. Just very, very simple. So I'm taking 50% cool grey and I'm going to go round this bead. Like this. All the way up. Like this. Then we're going to add a tiny bit of pastel blue. So nothing fancy schmancy, just a little bit of cuteness. I think I might make our bats around here have a silver outline, I think. I don't know how else to make them stand out against the black of her collar. Okay, so before I make them sparkle, I'm going to use my black jelly roll, which is just a really fine one, and we're going to enhance this necklace design. So I'm just going over what we've already been given, bringing that out nice and black. Okay, right, let me look. We've got a pretty intricate design here, which is quite hard to do. So I'm going to start with these little scallops. There we go. And I might just sort of have to ad-lib the pattern, if you get what I mean, because it's so intricate. Okay, we'll go around this one. Let's bring that up. Okay, so I'm just going to try and follow the sort of pattern that we've got, really. Bring it out. Hope for the best. It doesn't look like the picture, but it's pretty blurred where they've printed it. Well, that's okay. There we go. I think leave well alone, Lucy. Right, now I want some sparkles on her necklace. So we go back to our white jelly roll and we're going to put some little white sparkles in. Let's get the pen running again. You tend to get clogged quite easily. And if you do it over the edges, it's gonna look more like, there we go, like it's sparkly. Okay, let's address these little bats. Now, I have got this gorgeous pen. Now this is a Uniball Signo. I'm just trying to find the size of it for you. I think it's a 1mm nib. So it's going to be quite thick. So all I'm going to do, get it rolling. So I think we'll have real trouble if we try and do, we'll just lose the detail. I can't get it rolling. Hang on. Don't tell me you've packed it up. Wouldn't that just be typical? I've been storing it upside down, but they are quite, here we go. It's coming. It's coming. Look at the mess I've made in my hand. All part, excuse me, all part of the fun. So I'm just gonna literally put back in that bat wing shape. There we go. Here, and then we're going to do the same with this one. I'm just going to put some little sparkle dots in there. And then I think there's one last little bit of detail, which is the pearl necklace up here. So I'm just going to put that pastel blue in. Move that out of the way. Pastel blue. And then we're going to get the white jelly roll and do the same as we did for the necklace down there. I'm going to put some sparkly dots in. If I can get it working. There we go. Sorry, I was just putting some more dots in down here. Okay. Oh, and then we've got the little tiny balls on the edge of the cape or collar. So I'm using 50% cool grey and then in with the pastel blue. And then we can put some white in there as well. No, we can't. Put some, I'll tell you what, I might switch to a Posca. Let's just switch to Posca, see what happens. There we go. There we go. It's much more opaque. I don't want to mess too much. There we go. And we'll do the same up here. Let's just put some more. There we go. All right, let's come out and have a look. Have we done? There she is. There's mine. Let's put them side by side. So don't forget mine's a photocopy, so it's not as bright as the original, but there we are. I'm quite pleased with how she turned out. I absolutely adore this book. I think it's stunning. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with how she turned out. I'm a little disappointed with the necklace, but I did as much as I could with, because it had blurred when they'd printed it. I did it the best I could, but I love her. I think she's really cute. I think she's turned out really well. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm sorry I've not been as chatty as usual or as silly as usual. You know, I like to... I'm a bit dizzy and I like to be, you know, make fun of it. But I hope you've enjoyed it and enjoyed me using the Arrtx colour pencils. I absolutely adore these pencils. So I will put them in the Colour With Me budget series of Colour With Me playlist, is what I'm trying to say. And then I'm going to come back with, in the next couple of days, like I say, I'm going to try and get go back to posting more regularly. And as from the summer holidays, I'm hoping that will be 3 days, every 3 days. So I'm not going to make any promises until the summer holidays, but I will do my best. And every time I pick my pencils up to colour anything, I'm going to turn the camera on and film. I think that's the best way to do it, rather than doing all these pages for the end of the month. It's nice to have that video, and yes, you know, they're great, but that puts an enormous amount of pressure on you to colour lots and lots, and actually takes away from the amount of videos that I would put out for you. So I'm going to try this and see how it goes. Anyway, thank you for sharing your time with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've loved recreating this beautiful little lady and her back friend. So until we meet again in the very near future, I'm going to go and wash my hands. Take really good care of yourselves, my friends. Bye-bye.